empower these people that are not in league with this Stone Age ideology to stand for themselves. And at the end of the day, we are all coming back to what Nnamdi Kanu stated. Regionalism, or you divide. And that is the reality. Have you observed that the difference between what Jonathan and Obasanjo have said, between what they have said and what Nnamdi Kanu stated was just one, English, the presentation, and secondly, the modus operandi, that is to say, like the methods adopted. While they were making advice, Nnamdi Kanu was actually talking about a situation where if they no do them, we go force them to do them, or we go do them by force. What did these people say? Basically simple. Nigeria as it exists at the moment, according to the words of Jonathan and Obasanjo, that it can never function like this. With having one president. Remember one of my videos that I talk about? One country but many nations. It can never function. Till we have a situation where all these interests, all these ideologies are adequately and well represented. That is to say, going back to the drawing board that the British left, parliamentary system of government where you have prime ministers and the rest of it. And this were exactly the words of Nnamdi Kanu till it got to a point that he now concluded that the government will never listen. And the fact is, till you force their hands, they will never do anything about it. And the rest is story. But they are saying the same thing now. So should we actually say that reality is gradually hitting every motherfucker, one by one? And that is the reality. But let's face it. Are they actually lying? They are not actually lying. But coming from past presidents like them, I want to ask them this question. What exactly did they do? Is it that they are noticing this thing now? Or this thing have been even while they were on the throne, on the seat of power? Definitely it didn't start happening now. They saw it then. But the fact is, just like you know, every person that occupies that seat, as sweet as it is, with the power to command everything, everybody would love to turn a deaf ear and rather concentrate on politicking. And now, they are becoming advisors of reality. After testing that, and after having the power to bring about that. But they never did. Right? But what I'm trying to say here is, I think it's not still late. But the fact is, what I'm saying as well is, they don't have the moral justification to call for this. But the fact is, Tinubu, I want you to imagine Nigeria after your 10. And the reality is, in as much as it's coming from people that doesn't deserve to say this. Well, I don't want to say everything here, but I know you understand what I'm about to say, or what I intended saying that I'm not saying. But the reality is, that is the reality. Considering what happened recently in Kano, mass wedding, Stone Age ideology in the 21st century. And when you go to Lagos, what is happening in Lagos? Amotekun, good infrastructure, or whatever, trying to see people out of whatever it is. Right? When you go to Enugu, is it Anambra, one of the best fusion center that can see virtually everywhere. So, this is a representation of different ideologies that exist in Nigeria. And the fact is, sincerely, Sincerely speaking, no man can change these ideologies and this concept at the moment. But the best you can do is to equip the people that will be victims of some of these ideologies that when it manifests. And who are the major victims in this regard? Allah is not the Yorubas, it's not the Igbos, but the Middle Belterners. The Middle Belterners are the number one victims of this. And if there's humanity in you, you need to wake up. And in my own opinion, Allah, you see these states that have adopted Hizbah and Sharia, give them the system of rule that represents their ideology and let them establish this Sharia and everything properly as they believe, and give other people as well, the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Middle Belterners, their own ideology, so that they can start making policies to curtail the madness of this Sharia and Hizbah ideology, so that in the spirit of one Nigeria, all as well, but at the end of the day, you go to say, inside Nigeria, Nigeria day. That is to say, when a malam at the end of the day from this Hizbah and Sharia places, I'm not actually concluding all of them are terrible, but the fact is, that is what their politicians are building on, under the stupidity of the masses. But the fact is, are you going to preach to them to abandon? You cannot. Most especially when the politicians are coming with easy gratifications like money, indomie, spaghetti, and the rest of it. That one will sink more than a knowledgeable person that knows what to do to mitigate this. No matter the English or Hausa you speak, it will not change that. So give them that to manifest it properly. But as they are manifesting it, also empower the states that are not concerned with this madness to actually make their places fortified. All in the spirit of one Nigeria. But just like I say, inside one Nigeria, real Nigeria good day. And that is the reality. Look, my appeal is sincerely, the President Tinubu, I know there are a lot of devils that have given birth to even your existence in the first place. But the fact is, that doesn't mean you should absolutely remain a devil. Tactically, gradually, empower these people that are not in league with this Stone Age ideology, to stand for themselves. And at the end of the day, we are all coming back to what Nnamdi Kanu stated. Regionalism, or you divide. And that is the reality.